Once again, we are coming to you live as live can get here on TNT WCW Monday Nitro on the heels of Slamboree. And what a night we had last night. What a night we're going to have tonight. Hello everybody, I'm Eric Bischoff, along with Bobby the Brain Heenan. As you can see, no Steve McMichael. And for very good reason, as we speak, Mongo teaming up with Kevin Green, his #1 draft choice, as he put it, in serious training as they prepare to meet the challenge put out by Ric Flair and Arn Anderson. We're going to talk about it more in just a minute, Bobby Heenan. Right now, let's take a quick look. Last night at Slamboree.
Can you hear me? Anybody you want?
Well, let me tell you something, my friend. It just so happens, I thought this might happen tonight. Let me tell you, I've got my first-round draft choice here tonight.
What you got out there, Lawrence Taylor?
I want to bring him out and show him to you right now. Mr. Kevin Green.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
Kevin Green, former All-Pro. He was in the Super Bowl last night.
I said retired players.
You never said retired.
You're not one of... Let's go! Right now!
Oh,
Get out
Kevin
of here.
Green of the Carolina Panthers.
What the hell is going on?
Yeah, they want to get going.
4 months ago, I had the opportunity to go to the Super Bowl. I sat there on the 40-yard line, watched that man in the Super Bowl. You're going to see him. The match has been signed as of 11:15 this morning. It is official. McMichael, Kevin Green to take on Arn Anderson, Ric Flair. Coming up in Baltimore, the Great American Bash. Your thoughts?
Well, my thoughts are Kevin Green and Mongo over here maybe have stepped over the line. Maybe the only bull they're going to see is the Bemis when they're hurling their lunch when Flair's done with them. That's the only bull they're going to see again.
We'll talk more about that. We'll bring you up to speed on everything that took place last night. Right now, let's get to the ring. And we had a very interesting evening indeed. You talk about the lethal lottery. You've got to talk about the Macho Man, Randy Savage. This time, I mean, every week we think he's gone a little too far, a little farther over the line. He's a bona fide, certifiable fruitcake. He went after Flair, not without just cause, mind you, but he went after Flair, and once again, he ended up in the back of a squad car.
Well, he's got more frequent traveler miles in the back of a squad car. He'll be able to win a free trip to San Quentin eventually. He's got to maintain his sanity. He's lost it. I don't know what's going to happen or what's going to be done, but somebody better rule on this man before somebody gets hurt real bad.
Well, let me take it a step further, bring you up to speed. WCW officials, knowing that the Nature Boy Ric Flair signed, sealed, and delivered to wrestle here tonight against Eddie Guerrero, have banned the Macho Man Randy Savage from the building. And we understand Savage is in the Monroe area, and who knows? They will not let him in the building.
I heard last night they were talking about taking him out of the state. They didn't even want him in the state. And as long as there's an air conditioning unit or something, Savage could be in the building hiding. You don't know.
You don't know. But like I said, WCW officials looking very closely at the actions of the Macho Man Randy Savage over the last couple of weeks. I don't know what's going to happen, but we do know the Nature Boy Ric Flair is here. He'll be taking on Eddie Guerrero. Guerrero, very motivated indeed. We'll talk more about that in a little bit. Sting and Luger here tonight. You'll see them in action. Faces of Fear, their opponents. And you're also going to see Brad Armstrong take on Diamond Dallas Page. He won it, Lord of the Ring. He won it, not without controversy. We'll catch you up to speed on that. But right now, let's get to the ring. You have got the Steiner Brothers, who held it together last night. They faced each other on opposite teams. A lot of competition between the two of them individually, but they stuck together.
That's right, they stuck together. A lot better than Savage's mind is staying together. You know, this Savage situation is totally out of hand right now. I don't know what's going to happen. I feel fear here myself at the announced position. You don't know what this man's going to do.
Well, you're right. You don't know. I don't think Randy knows.
I mean, Nitro, just a while back, he slapped a referee, picked up a referee and slammed him. He's out of control. He is out of control.
Collar and elbow hook up in the center of the ring into a side headlock.
I got to go with the Steiners on this one, just because they're brothers. They've been together longer as a team. They've been together all their life. But this is a very powerful team.
Yeah, you're talking about Ice Train, you're talking about Scott Flash Norton, you're talking about two monsters in there. These guys are, each of them, about 3 foot thick. They are powerful, they are aggressive.
But I'll tell you something, if they don't win this match, Fire and Ice, the next time you see them wrestle, they'll be a lot better for just being in there with the Steiner Brothers. They've learned so much. And they could knock the Steiners off.
This Ice Train, I tell you what, every time he comes out, he's more impressive. A man who has spent a tremendous amount of time in Germany. Cover, 1, 2, and I'll tell you what, when that big monster wraps those arms around you and hooks him, it takes one heck of a man to kick out of it, and that's exactly what Scott Steiner did. Belly to belly! This is incredible. This is why the Steiner Brothers dominate tag team action anywhere and everywhere they go.
Well, I don't even know if Luger and Sting, the World Tag Team Champions, are going to throw around Ice and Scott Norton like that.
Absolutely. And here he comes. And interesting in the interview last night, for those of you that did not see Slamboree, you missed one heck of a pay-per-view, and I encourage you to check out the replay because it was indeed good. One of the things I liked was that interview when Scott Steiner said, hey, I want to be the older brother, but I'm a bigger brother. Rick took exception to that and made for one interesting matchup, but blood definitely thicker than water when it comes to the Steiner Brothers.
Well, neither of them they're not real sure how old they are. You know, they were adopted. They were left on the back doorstep. For about 6 months, they were out there in the cold, so they don't know how old they are. Oh,
Impossible.
that's the word I get.
And Norton coming off the ropes with a major splash.
Now, will he cover him here? Don't waste any time with the Steiners. Twice he had him down, didn't cover him.
Norton very methodical.
Oh.
Looking for weakness in his opponent. And where he sees no weakness, he tries to create it. Oh, look at this belly to back suplex.
Did you see how high he got Norton in the air?
Man alive. He showed up on radar. Oof. Running, clothesline, sends Norton down. 1, 2, and a roll of the shoulder. And now a tag is made. Scott Steiner checking in. Rick Steiner backs off into the corner, and Scott Norton takes a vicious boot to the head. The Steiner Brothers, a team who has been together so long. Like I said moments ago, they've dominated tag team competition around the globe, and it appears as though they're going to do it again here tonight. Oh, Nelson into a suplex, and Scott Flash Norton has got to rally here, Heenan.
Well, you know, I seriously doubt if the Steiners can get that Frankensteiner on either one of these men. They're too big, too powerful. 250 pound, 60 pound, 80 pound guy, you can't. These men are well over 300 pounds.
Oh, and it looked to me like Scott might have lost his footing just a little bit on the ropes.
He's lost his mind. Why shouldn't his feet go?
Scott Norton took a hard one outside of the ring. Scott quick to move back inside of the ring now, wants to get it done officially. Looking for that 3 count against this giant of a man. Scott Flash Norton ducks under the clothesline attempt. Hey! Oh, man, he landed way on his side. Did you see that? Cover, 1, 2. Oh, Norton was not paying attention. He could have had him. He could have had him. Reverse knife hand chop to the top of the chest. This thing has shifted now. The momentum into the corner of Fire and Ice. A devastating new tag team. Man alive.
I mean, Scott Steiner, they had him down. They were pounding on him and pounding on him. And he still had enough strength and endurance to pick this big man up, Ice Train, and then make the tag to his brother.
The Giant, still the World Heavyweight Champion in his match against Sting last night. We'll be talking more about that. A very, very classic competitive matchup between those two. And again, we'll talk more about that match later on in the broadcast. Sting is here tonight, but the Giant still the World Heavyweight Champion. The title is up for grabs tonight. It is the Giant and Arn Anderson. A lot of great action coming to you on this special 90-minute broadcast. Body slam outside of the ring. Ice Train on Rick Steiner.
And Arn Anderson is here, right? He's got a title match. Ric Flair is here. And wherever you see Flair and Arn, you're going to find horsemen. Anything could happen.
Look at Norton.
Probably going to happen to Steiner here.
Look at Norton. He attacking the shoulder here.
Well, they got to do that because the Steiners will do that.
And this one is out of control. These guys have been here before. The competition between these two teams is intense. And a belly to back outside of the ring onto the concrete floor. In the meantime, Ice Train and Rick Steiner going at it, fighting all the way back to the entry area. They are on the steel grate now.
The match is over. Wow.
This is it, 10 count. They've thrown it out. This match is over. A lot of great action, 90 minutes of WCW Monday Nitro on TNT. And coming up next, Eddie Guerrero gets his shot at the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. Repays really bite Ric Flair.
Wow, this WCW magazine is really cool.
In the June issue, get inside the demented mind of the Giant.
This is murder.
Find out what the Mistress of Dirty Tricks is up to now. Plus, exclusive photos of the chaos and uncensored.
Man, where do they get this stuff?
Get your copy now on newsstands everywhere.
All right, welcome back. We are live. Eric Bischoff along with Bobby the Brain Heenan. Without Steve McMichael, as we mentioned in the opening moments of the program, he is in training along with Kevin Green, now of the Carolina Panthers, a man who was playing in a Super Bowl just 4 months ago, now going to be competing in WCW, and this is where the big boys play.
Well, they're not going to have 9
even NFL big boys.
That's right. But they're not going to have 9 other guys out there to help them. They're on their own. They just have to look at each other. I wonder what their training's going to be like. Do they just sit on wooden benches and wait for water to come by?
We're going to try and check in to the camp of Steve McMichael and Kevin Green in the weeks to come, but this is going to be an extremely interesting tag team matchup indeed. It's coming to you exclusively on pay-per-view, the Great American Bash, live from Baltimore on Sunday, June 16th. And here is the dirtiest player in the game today, the man with the Lech.
Oh, he's something. He's my idol.
He's a snake in a
Nature Boy
sequin suit.
Oh, look at the beautiful outfit on woman. You know, Eric, think about this. What's going to happen when Savage's money runs out? Are woman and her still going to get along? You know, 2 women with 1 man never works.
From what I understand, Miss Elizabeth got enough of Macho Man's money that it's going to be a long time before it runs out. Eddie Guerrero in the ring. Eddie Guerrero focused, intent on repaying the Nature Boy, Ric Flair.
Oh, my goodness.
Last night, you saw it at Slamboree. He got DDT'd by Arn Anderson and then covered by the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. Eddie Guerrero was a victim. He was a victim of the 4 Horsemen. He was a victim of a conspiracy between Ric Flair and Arn Anderson that knows no bounds.
He was also a victim of his own partner.
Man, Macho Man, where are you now?
And here,
Look at this. What's he gonna do
again,
here?
he is
Macho!
pushing.
Look at those diamonds on her wrist.
Macho!
Look at that. Now, those are real. I'll tell you why they're real. Because if they weren't, Savage would find out about it, and that'd be the laughing stock of this sport. She has purposely spent probably hundreds of thousands of dollars on those diamonds just to stick it in his ear.
The Nature Boy, Ric Flair, has found every button that he could possibly push on Randy Savage to drive him over the edge.
Wow.
He's pushed him once, he's pushed him twice, and last night, the coup de grace, he pushed him a 3rd time, and Savage is nuts.
Now he's hanging on a very, very thin rope right now. It's about ready to snap. I think the man should be institutionalized for at least 1.5 years, 2 years. He needs help.
You know, Guerrero.
With Guerrero last night, it was a no-win situation for him. He had Arn Anderson as his tag team partner. He was wrestling Flair and Savage. Flair and Savage weren't going to get along. You knew Arn was going to do something. Eddie Guerrero was just in the way, and he took a beating for it.
Well, Eddie Guerrero did everything he could for the Macho Man Randy Savage when he saw what was transpiring inside of the ring. 1, 2, and Eddie Guerrero, as I said, I mean, he stuck a thumb to the eye. He did everything he possibly could for the Macho Man, but Eddie Guerrero's effort was to no avail because the Macho Man Randy Savage took a severe beating last night at Slamboree. But like I said, he ended up escorted out of the building once again in handcuffs. Eddie Guerrero on the receiving end of a Ric Flair shoulder tackle takedown. 13-time world heavyweight champion ducks under the leapfrog and eats a dropkick. Right in the center of the ring. Eddie Guerrero so quick, so fast, knows where he is in the ring at all times. Side headlock takeover. The Nature Boy Ric Flair on the receiving end of a 2 count.
I'll tell you something about Eddie Guerrero over in Japan, in the Orient there, over in Europe, every place this man wrestles. I mean, he has a tremendous one-loss record. And here at WCW, Eddie Guerrero is probably one of the fastest, most skilled athletes we have here. And he can knock off Flair. It can happen. Flair's got to keep him grounded. Keep him on that mat. Don't let Eddie Guerrero start flying around here.
Want to let our viewers know right off the bat, June 16th in Baltimore, if you plan on being a part of the Great American Bash, get your tickets early. They're available at the box office. We had a capacity crowd last night. If you wait too long, you won't be able to get a ticket. This is going to be a hot one. The Great American Bash, the NFL in the ring in WCW as Kevin Green and Steve McMichael take on Arn Anderson and the Nature Boy Ric Flair. We'll be giving you more details on Great American Bash in the weeks to come. Suffice it to say, it is going to be an exciting event indeed. Side headlock there on
I don't know
Ric
what's
Flair.
really bugging McMichael's about it. Flair has an eye for a pretty lady. I guess he made a gesture, did something back in the hallway Michaels didn't like to his wife, Deborah.
No. Let's call it the way it really is.
Okay, you tell me.
You know it, I know it, and our viewers know it. Week after week after week, Ric Flair has come out here. He has said things. He's made passes at Deborah McMichael. And I guess last week back in the locker room, he stepped way over the line and got a little physical with Deborah. Well,
Somebody just a hand?
I don't know, I wasn't there, but it was enough to push Steve McMichael over the edge. And when Flair came out last night and issued a chance to go get anybody you want, he did. He got Kevin Green.
Well, he knew this was going down. He knew Flair's M.O., bringing his wife around, a beautiful woman like that. What's Flair supposed to do? He's a human being.
Flair figured it worked on the Macho Man Randy Savage. He drove Savage nuts to get him out of the way. Cost Randy Savage a shot at the World Heavyweight title last night. And he figures the same thing will work with Steve McMichael and Kevin Green. It's not working right now with Eddie Guerrero.
Oh my goodness.
Look who's backing up.
Imagine this, Eric. If Michaels goes nuts and they put him away, and Deborah goes with Flair, who gets custody of the Hound?
You do.
No, I want my shoes clean.
And this is what makes Eddie Guerrero such a competitor here in WCW. Flair can try as he will to distract him, to confuse him with Miss Elizabeth and woman outside of the ring. Guerrero is zeroed in. He is looking right between the eyes of the Nature Boy. He will not be distracted by anything outside of the ring. Reverse knife hand chop by Eddie Guerrero as he is going after the Nature Boy, the man who has worn the crown 13 times.
That's right. And it wouldn't surprise me if Guerrero don't capture that crown a few times.
Nice drop kick by Eddie Guerrero. Combination wrestling.
Whoa!
Up and over the top rope goes the Nature Boy Ric Flair.
And this is where Guerrero's at his best, when a man's on the floor. Watch him. I bet he's up on top someplace. He's got to be, see, there he goes.
Eddie Guerrero is poised. He is ready to pounce. He is quick as a cat. He is aggressive. And right now, he has got the Nature Boy Ric Flair heading for a chair.
Pick up that bottle of bubbly while you're there. I'll tell you, Flair never looked better. Those chops are crisp and sharp. Hey, what are you doing, referee?
Referees have been on the receiving end of some physical abuse, and they are standing up for themselves here. Referee Randy Anderson not backing down.
Right over by Flair's personal VIP section. Champagne, caviar, only the finest of silver and china, crystal. The man goes first class.
Yeah, he can afford to. Savage is paying for it.
Look at that, McMichael. She could be sipping champagne with this man. Not woofing down a six-pack in some car in Austin, Texas.
You know what Ric Flair said after the matches last night? Rumor has it he was bragging to everyone. All he really wanted to do was cost Savage a shot at the world title. That was his goal last night at Slamboree, and he achieved it. He pushed the button. Savage lost his mind, taken out of the Lord of the Ring competition, escorted out of the building.
But I wouldn't touch that clicker. I wouldn't touch that dial. Savage is around. He's in the state. The man's not going to go home tonight, watch this and watch some basketball. He's got plans.
Nice shoulder tackle there by Eddie Guerrero.
Uh-oh.
And Eddie Guerrero, venting the frustration of less than 24 hours ago, goes after the Nature Boy. And the Nature Boy now taking Guerrero outside of the ring, and this is where Guerrero could be making a mistake. Eddie Guerrero needs to stay into the ring, but no, he is taunting the best of the best when it comes to mental mind games.
He wants Flair out there on the floor. He's got something in mind. Believe me, this Guerrero comes from a wrestling family, all top-notch athletes. He knows what to do in that ring. He's learned from his father since he was a child. But this man has held the belt, Ric Flair, 13 times. 13 times, humanoids. No man on earth has done that.
And this crowd definitely getting behind Eddie Guerrero as Guerrero reaches back way out into center field, comes back with a reverse right hand chop, and down goes the Nature Boy Ric Flair. This is turning out to be one heck of a matchup here on the special 90-minute edition of Nitro live on TNT. And a thumb to the eye, so we have got to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
That was a Greco-Roman thumb to the eye.
Greco-Roman thumb to the eyes. You were out of your mind.
Thank you.
You and Savage. You should be roommates somewhere.
No.
All right, we are back. We have got action in the ring. We are live here on TNT Monday Nitro. WCW where the big boys play. And I'll tell you what, you got a couple guys in there in the ring right now that are fighting. They are fighting hard, and Eddie Guerrero, probably the more inspired of the two after what happened last night. We've been talking about it here tonight. Eddie Guerrero on the receiving end of a four-horseman conspiracy. His bell rung big time by Arn Anderson, and Guerrero all over the Nature Boy Ric Flair. Flair down 3 times, 3 clotheslines take him down, and Eddie Guerrero now going up top, making his way to the top turnbuckle, pulls the trigger, sunset flip. Does he get him? Uh-oh. Oh, got a little bit more of a look there at Ric Flair than we wanted to cover. 1, 2, and Flair able to scissor his way out of that one.
I'll tell you, this has been 50-50, this match. Eddie Guerrero's held his own here. But the Nature Boy is setting him up for something. That's the way he operates.
It's all heart.
Now, what's he going to do with the Great American Bash when he's got George Hallis and Bronco Nagurski across the ring to take on?
No. You know, one of the things that Ric Flair was banking on, I think, is that Steve McMichael might come out with somebody who's been retired from professional sports for a number of years. Somebody who's been sitting back on the sidelines playing golf. Not that there's anything against golf. Nothing wrong with golf. He did not anticipate. Cover here. Eddie Guerrero rolls the shoulder, and again, 1, 2 count. He was not anticipating that an active NFL player, a man who, one of the most intimidating defenses in the NFL last year, he did not count on the fact that Kevin Green would step up to the plate and take the challenge. No way, no how, not in his wildest dreams did he anticipate that.
Well, Kevin Green was all pro. Flair probably thought he'd pick himself a retired football player, somebody that he played with the Bears. He didn't think it'd be the man that was on the cover of Sports Illustrated, People magazine, everything you want to talk about in sports last year. Kevin Green was it, that blonde hair hanging out of the helmet. Everybody talked about him.
He's a wild man.
He is a wild man.
And Eddie Guerrero now, the wild man, trying to fight his way out of the corner, but he is on the receiving end of some vicious attacks by the Nature Boy Ric Flair. There's a big right hand. Fist to the side of the head, chop to the top of the chest, kip up.
Well, see, the difference at the Bash is going to be this. Had those football players wanted to do anything else but wrestle, they may be able to do it, but not in the ring with Flair and Arn Anderson. But believe me, Flair could put the pads on, Arn could put the helmet on, and they could lead in sacks and rushing in the NFL, believe me.
Well, you bring up a good point. No doubt about it. Steve McMichael, one of the most intimidating men in the NFL in his playing days. And here you go. 1, 2.
He got him.
Oh,
no.
There's a lot of ex-NFL and probably a few current NFL players that have some scary stories about Steve Mongo McMichael. We heard a few of them a couple months back from Mike Ditka. But Kevin Green, another very intimidating individual indeed. And you're right, football they know. Wrestling is going to be tough for them. If they get out there and they're not careful, a guy like Arn Anderson, the enforcer.
You see, they're used to a coach telling them what to do. They got offensive coaches, defensive coaches, coaches that wipe their noses, coaches that show them where to hang their helmets. They are helped all the time. When that bell rings, pal, in Baltimore at the Great American Bash, number 76 and number 0 are going to be in a world of trouble.
And he's got him again. Got him again. Ric Flair was too close to the ring. If he would have been able to roll the shoulder, he would have been able to drape the boot out over the bottom rope. But the Nature Boy Ric Flair escaped, comes up with a reverse knife hand chop, and Eddie Guerrero has been pouring his heart and soul into this contest. The Nature Boy Ric Flair goes to punt, and Eddie saw it coming.
Oh, figure 4.
He's going to beat him with his own hold.
Don't waste your time, Guerrero, if you want it.
He's got it.
He don't have a lock, though.
Look at that pressure on the ankle, though.
He's locking it now.
He's getting it.
Roll, Rick, roll.
Flair has only got two choices. Three, roll over, get to the ropes, or give up.
He's close to the ropes. He made it.
He's got it. He's got it. June 16th, the Great American Bash, exclusively on pay-per-view, live from Baltimore, a city that's going to get its own NFL franchise.
Whoa!
And Eddie Guerrero goes airborne and crash lands. Misses the runway altogether, and he's in trouble. He's in trouble.
You know, those two football players, Mongo and Kevin Green, are used to a guy throwing a flag. They're used to holding a guy's jersey. They're used to clipping a guy, cheap-shotting a guy. It's not going to be like that. You're going to be in that ring, whatever you want to wear. I don't think you'll be able to wear a helmet. Look at that.
Oh, man.
Did you hear that?
He bounced off that mat. No give in that concrete floor. I assure you, that mat only about a half-inch thick. Not much there. Eddie Guerrero knows what it's like now to be in there with the 13-time World Heavyweight Champion. And anybody that knows Ric Flair knows, don't ever sell this man short. He is at the top of his game. And you say whatever you want about Ric Flair. You may not like him. You may not need to like him. The man is a professional, and he knows how to win.
He's done it. He's been there 13 times. Well, 15 if you're counting.
We're not talking about those two championships.
Oh.
Those were not wrestling championships.
Oh, God. Oh.
You know, Liz has got all that money now. She could use a good financial consultant.
Oh, really?
Yes, I could invest in some great, I got land deals. I got options on stocks. I'll take credit cards, jewelry, silver,
Just another
anything.
individual lined up to spend the Macho Man's money.
I've been out with them on occasion, with Flair and Elizabeth, and I'll tell you something. They go top drawer, first cabin.
Eddie Guerrero in trouble here.
Drop him.
Guerrero looks to me like he is out, and the Nature Boy Ric Flair with the cover. One, two, and Guerrero, I'll tell you what, you gotta love Eddie Guerrero. He's giving up some weight here. He's giving up experience. He's one of the young lions in WCW, but the man has a heart the size of a mountain. He will not give up.
And look at Elizabeth and Woman. There's concern on their face. They're concerned with this man, Eddie Guerrero.
And listen to the crowd. They're calling for Macho. They want Savage. They're not going to get him. Come on, Eddie! Eddie just about has the Nature Boy Ric Flair, but
could that mean they spotted him in the building?
that could be.
Could that be that?
No. They have after last night. They have after every week they've been beefing up security. I don't think the Macho Man, Randy Savage, can get here. Cover. Not enough on it. Still to come, the World Heavyweight Champion, the Giant, steps in with Arn Anderson, the title on the line here tonight. This special 90-minute edition of WCW Monday Nitro Live. You're also going to see Sting and Lex Luger, the World Tag Team Champions. They're going to be here. Diamond Dallas Page, the winner of the ring, and there goes the Nature Boy Ric Flair. And this thing is just going, this is a seesaw battle between two of the best in WCW.
Well, you talk about your combo, your surf and turf. Eddie got him right there. Gave him a turnbuckle. He went upside down over the top rope. And as he landed, Eddie landed with his 2 feet right on the big beak of Ric Flair. I don't mean big beak, I mean on the cheek.
Whoa.
I didn't say big beak, I said cheek.
Sunset flip up over the top rope and a face full of knuckles.
Put the boots to him, Nature Boy.
Now Ric Flair here. Flair trying to get his dignity back after Eddie Guerrero tried to taunt him with that Ric Flair strut outside of the ring earlier on in the contest.
Flair's taking him to school. Eddie Guerrero will be a lot better competitor after this. You'll remember he's been in there with the best.
Every time you step into the ring in WCW, did you see that?
He's got him here. He's got him here.
Eddie Guerrero favoring the right leg, but nevertheless moves in. 1, 2, 3.5. No way.
Wow.
That was close. That was close. Eddie Guerrero, you step into the ring with the Nature Boy Ric Flair. You come out with a victory. You come out with something to brag about. If you come out with a loss, you come out a lot smarter. Because the Nature Boy Ric Flair, a seasoned veteran.
Boy, if Guerrero would have got him good there, it'd have been night-night for the Nature Boy.
Eddie Guerrero with a body slam on the Nature Boy Ric Flair.
Where's he going now?
Guerrero doing what he has done so well in his young career. Goes up to the top.
He's got him here.
He hurt his leg. He's still favoring. Now he's holding the left knee. Earlier it was the right.
That saved Nature Boy right there. When he came off that top rope, he accelerated. accelerated. He jackknifed himself. He had to be a good 7, 8, 10 feet over Ric Flair and landed on him. But that knee blew. He banged that knee hard, and Flair's taking advantage of it right now, the master he is. Oh!
Ric Flair not only trying to soften that leg up, it looked to me like he was trying to pull it out of the socket. He moves in, Eddie Guerrero blocks. Eddie Guerrero with the block. And now look at this. This is where Flair is so smart. This is why he moves so quick to put that figure 4 on right there, because Eddie Guerrero cannot get to the ropes.
And Flair can also reach woman or Elizabeth or the ropes if he has to. The man is a master.
Ric Flair essentially took away one of the 3 options. We talked about it earlier. Either get to the ropes, give up, or reverse it. Well, Eddie Guerrero cannot get to the ropes.
He got him.
And he got stuck. He got stuck. Ric Flair was using the ropes.
But the referee didn't see it.
He used the women. He used the ropes.
And he used his brains to beat Eddie Guerrero. Eddie Guerrero gave him a fight. No doubt about it.
Well, I'll tell you what. Eddie Guerrero put up one heck of a fight here tonight. Eddie Guerrero, one of the young stars in WCW, who, make no mistake about it, has got a bright future ahead of him. But tonight, the Nature Boy Ric Flair, just a little too dirty.
You notice he landed, bang that knee good. The win, the figure 4.
The ropes, the women.
It all goes in one package. Lex Luger's package, Ric Flair's package. The Nature Boy.
Brought to you by 1-800-COLLECT, the way to save on collect calls. Just dial 1-800-COLLECT from any phone to any phone and save yourself some jing. Now let's take it to Mean Gene Okerlund.
All right, I thank you very much, gentlemen. I'm joined right now at this VIP table here. You've got some very, very nice treats, if you will. Great food. A little Dom Perignon, woman, Miss Elizabeth, and the Nature Boy Ric Flair. I should point out for the record, I have heard that somewhere in this building is Randy Savage. Listen, these people know it too. I'm just telling you the way it is.
Well, I've been told that he's in town, but he's locked up in jail because he tried to break up another evening with me and the girls. Macho Man, I'm teaching your wife a new way of life, brother.
Please, that's a little heavy. We'll try to stay away from that subject. We could talk about some other things. You know, you stuck your foot in your mouth last night at Slamboree.
Oh, I did.
Yes, you did.
I knew, Mean Gene, you'd seize the opportunity to try and humiliate the Nature Boy with the all-pro defensive tackle, Steve McMichael, whose wife follows me around like I owe her money. McMichael, the reason you're not here tonight is because I had the enforcer out here and you ran scared. And let me just say something. McMichael, Kevin Green, you made 2 mistakes already. The first was coming into North Carolina without asking my permission. The second was thinking you could cross-train football and wrestling like I cross-train the girls. It don't work that way. I happen to have the enforcer by my side. And in Baltimore, there's going to be 2 former NFL stars because Green, you ain't going to make minicamp, buddy. Put it in the bank, it's as good as gold.
All right, I thank you very much. That match is going to be coming up, yes, June the 16th at the Great American Bash. And you heard, wait a minute. You invited me to a party last night and I never made it. I thank you.
Come on. Come right here.
All right. Coming up next, where the heck's he go? Coming up next, the Faces of Air take on the World Tag Team Champions, Lex Luger and the Stinger.
Pumped.
As you can see,
more pumped than ever before. McMichaels used to sit here, now the Nature Boy does, and look at the trimmings. Ha, Bobby, you can touch a girl's fish off, keep your hands off them. Woo!
What a night this is going to be.
we saw the Nature Boy, Ric
Bobby the
Flair,
Brain.
leaving the ring with the champagne, and of course the women, and he ends up here. You've been here before, uninvited. This time, you are an invited
Ted Turner
guest.
saw me up here twice. He said I was a must on the set, and that's why I'm here.
Well-
Jane loves the Nature Boy.
Oh, really?
Woo!
Oh, really?
Ask around Atlanta.
I want to talk to you as long as we've got you here. I want to talk to you about the Macho Man, Randy Savage. We understand he is here in Monroe
Locked up.
tonight. I want to talk to you about the big match coming up on pay-per-view June 16th. Heenan, stay out of the
47,
champagne.
huh?
We've got work to do.
1947, April.
Yeah, I know. Let's get to
Noon.
the ring.
Is my hair okay?
You look
Yeah,
great.
you look fine.
My
You
hair
look
okay,
fine,
Bobby?
Nature Boy.
I look great.
Coming up next, tag team action. Sting and Lex Luger, the World Tag Team Champions, taking on the Faces of Fear. And guys, I've got to ask you, Heenan, you first. Sting took one heck of a pounding last night at the hands of the Giant. He got the side of his head caved in with that megaphone. How could he possibly be wrestling here tonight?
Well, the Giant is an extraordinary man. A very extraordinary man. And he took it to Sting. I don't know how Sting, where he reaches down and gets it from, but Luger waffled him with that. You
No,
saw the-
Luger didn't waffle him with it.
You know, I thought about it last night as I laid in my hotel room, and I said it was
Where's
an
our
accident.
waiter?
His hand was slippery. Oh, you have to clap your hands or ring a bell. I'll get it for you.
Where's our waiter?
And,
No waiters here.
and what happened
Want me to
was,
summarize this for you?
Yeah,
You know what Arn Anderson calls Ming?
What?
The human Vegomatic, brother. Sting and Luger better watch out. The human Vegomatic.
hey, I got a question for you.
Hey, where you been? Get this stuff poured out here.
Rick, I wonder if Mrs. Green, if there's a Mrs. Green.
Watch yourself.
I mean, why not add one more to the
If
family?
there is, I'm sure she's glued to the TV right now, just like Debbie. Woo! It used to be Deborah in Dallas, now it's Debbie and the Nature Boy. Get it?
Easy, Flair, easy. I tell you what, you've driven the Macho Man nuts. You pushed McMichael into the ring.
Kevin
It's like
Green.
a suicide mission you're on.
Kevin Green better have a full team of security when he comes into Charlotte against the Nature Boy, brother. Woo!
Well, we talked a little bit earlier. Rick, I want to ask you, we talked about Sting. We talked about that tremendous contest he had last night with the Giant. In your opinion, your professional opinion, can he possibly be 100% here tonight?
My professional opinion is this. Sting could very possibly be the greatest athlete in all of professional sports. But last night, he took a pounding from a 450-pound Giant. The question speaks for itself. No, he can't be 100%. The greatest athlete maybe, but 100% tonight, no way. But look at Luger. You know, I caught Liz looking at Luger the other day. She thinks he's pretty cute the way he can do that little thing where he moves the chest up and down. Right, Liz? Yeah, I saw you looking, honey. Ha!
Doesn't seem to bother you much.
Nah.
Lex Luger, one half of the World Tag Team Champions, in there with Ming. Luger, a physical specimen.
Unparalleled.
And I'll tell you, you're talking about the beating Sting took last night and what kind of a shape he's in. He's lucky he's got a tag match, because if this was single competition, he'd really be in trouble.
Oh!
Whoa!
Did you hear that chop from the human Vegomatic as Double A Arn Anderson?
Love it.
Man, nice shoulder tackle takedown. Drop to hold takedown.
See, a 300-pound Vegomatic can do a drop to hold. That's a man. King of the Samoan Islands, brother, right there. The baddest of them all. Woo!
Tell me about it, Flair. Have you ever been in there with an NFL great like Kevin Green, like Steve
Have I?
McMichael?
Are you kidding me? I'm the man that tamed Wahoo McDaniel.
Cover, 1, 2.
I'm the man that retired the big Catterny lad. I was too fast, too smart, and way too ahead of my time. Woo!
And
Wahoo
none all too humble either, I might add.
Wahoo McDaniels was the toughest man that ever put on a pair of wrestling tights when he wasn't playing football. But
And you know something, he played for like 7 or 8 teams, right?
he sure did.
If he was any good, they wouldn't have traded him.
Unbelievable. We'll be back with this matchup. The World
Oh,
Tag Team
where,
Champions in
where
action right
is
after this.
McMichael now? Woo!
This is better than that twist.
Esteban.
This is better than that twist off stuff.
Debbie does the Nature Boy.
All right, welcome back. I am here with Bobby the Brain Heenan, the 13-time World Heavyweight Champion, Ric Flair.
Woo, do a little dance, make a little love, get down tonight. WCW.
Stinger getting down in the ring. Tag team action at its best. The World Tag Team Champions in the ring now. And Sting, if he's not 100%, is doing a great impersonation of an athlete who is, because he is all over the faces of fear.
You forgot to introduce, Eric, the vivacious woman and the lovely Miss Elizabeth.
I didn't forget. Believe me.
He may not have introduced it, but he can feel the heat and the tension, brother. Woo, they're alive, aren't they?
Getting a little interesting in the broadcast
this
booth.
used to stand for the Four Horsemen, Bobby. You know what it stands for now?
No.
Take a look over Eric's shoulder.
Stay away from it. Don't go there.
Woo!
Ming going for submission here on Sting. And you know, a lot of people wondering, people that I've talked to that watched the pay-per-view last night, wondering, at the end of that match, it was Lex Luger and Jimmy Hart who were handcuffed, fighting over Hart's megaphone. Both men had their hands on it. That megaphone ended up alongside of Sting's head. You've got to wonder. In fact, if you have a chance, check out the replay of Slamboree. Look up your local cable operator, find out when it's playing in your area, because I'll tell you what, a lot of people are talking about it, and a lot of people will continue to talk about it. There's a big question mark there.
Well, the more I think about it, think about this now. If Sting had defeated the Giant, Sting would have become the champion of the world.
Exactly.
He's also won half the tag team championship with Luger. So that means he probably would have had to relinquish the tag title. Luger would have had to find another partner or relinquish his belt. Luger hit him with that microphone, that megaphone, to save his title. That's what I believe.
Bobby,
he sacrificed Sting.
Worse than that, Bobby, Sting would have had to wrestle me. And I'd have won it again for the 14th time. Hey, just the fact that he had the Giant on his stomach, ready to put the Scorpion on, and made him a hero in my book.
Did you see the boot to the side of the head that Sting took there? Jarred him big time. He's trying to, looks to me like he's trying to move his jaw around. He may have broken a jaw. He may have broken a jaw. That caught him right on the side of the face.
And Luger probably saved the tag title, making that save right there for Sting.
Do you mind, Ric Flair? Do you mind?
I'm engrossed in the moment.
You're
Do you mind?
Champagne and
Yeah,
your women.
that's
We've
right.
got a match going on.
I've already wrestled. I've done sweat for tonight.
Eric, stop it. We got more important things to do.
Yeah.
Rick, could you hand me one of those little
yeah,
fingers?
Bobby, right here, Bobby.
Belly to belly on the top rope. Get that champagne out of my face. Oh, my gosh.
Can I have some of that little...
Brother, the franchise just about went through the ring all the way to the floor.
Hand me some of those little dark fish eggs there in a cracker.
There you go.
That's caviar, right?
Oh, man. Off the top rope, Sting got launched. He got catapulted through midair, and he is in trouble. He's like a wet rag out there. He can't move.
We'll have a warm meal.
Oh, man.
Woman, make that noise.
This could be really
Here he goes.
ugly
Look
here.
at this.
Oh, man.
Double
this
your
could be
pleasure.
ugly. Stinger!
Oh, brother.
It is over. It is over.
Sting should have stayed in Baton Rouge.
We have new tag team champions. Come on, referee.
Two.
Come on, referee.
Referee preoccupied. 1, 2.
Oh,
Stinger stings down deep and rolls the shoulder. I didn't
And
even
Luger
think he
really
was
got in that
conscious.
ring to help him,
I
didn't he?
just told you he was the greatest athlete in sports.
But where was Luger? Did he come in the ring to help him? No, he hung him out to dry.
Sting is getting mauled by these two monsters.
He's getting stunned.
He is in pain.
Rick, this is great stuff.
It's not bad.
How can you two sit here and drink champagne
Easy. You pick up
Consider
the
I
end
had
of the
to buy
bottle.
it.
in the
row.
middle of a match like this?
How can I sit here with the limo out there, the air conditioning on, a party waiting for us around every corner? What am I
party?
doing here to begin with?
A party?
Party. I'm just waiting on Double A.
I've got nothing to do tonight.
Arn Anderson's going to win a world title tonight, and we're leaving town. On the Learjet.
Oh, is that what this is about? A little pre-celebration
For
for having
sure.
the world title in the future of
No
the
doubt
world?
about it. The enforcer's going to be the first.
Oh, look at that! Look at that!
Sting
Luger
going
could
after the tag.
Now Luger could have made that tag. He could have reached out. He could have lunged in the air, but no, he didn't. He is hanging his partner out to dry. He's sacrificing the Stinger to help himself.
No way. No how.
Nothing wrong with that.
No way.
That's what he's doing.
Luger, you're beating a dead horse here, Heenan. Luger has proved himself time and time again. Flair, how do you see it?
Do you know what I see? I see us putting Green and McMichael in a warm-up match.
Cover. Two.
With the face of the fear. What do you think? Ha! Just a little warm-up
I
match.
can just see you
with-
walking into
with Ming and the
Sabatini.
Barbarian, huh?
I can just see you walking into Sabatini's with the two lovely ladies and your two new ones, Mrs. McMichaels and Mrs. Green.
Oh, wow. What an entourage.
I know that you'll have the head table again.
I'll have to be the 120-minute man from that point on.
I got faith in you.
This is incredible. Too much. You are too much.
That's what they all say.
You may be digging your own grave here. And I guarantee you, when training is over tonight,
he made the tag.
McMichael and Kevin Green are checking out Nitro, and they're hearing every word you say.
I hope they are. Kevin Green, if you've made the mistake across the North Carolina state line, without signing off with me, brother, it could be the end before you know it.
And here's the total package, Lex Luger. He is on fire, he is fresh, and he is digging in.
Sting is on his knees in the corner. He's still feeling that beating he took. Luger hit him with that loaded forearm.
One, two.
No.
Only on WCW.
Nitro. Luger's taking a hike.
Luger outside of the ring. Sting, not the legal man, but he is half unconscious, perched up on that top turnbuckle nevertheless. And he may be going for another run. I don't think he can.
He can't take that one again.
He can't take that one again.
What's Luger doing here?
There's Luger trying to get him off that top rope. Luger holding on, and down he goes. And Stinger now.
Whoa!
Did you see the spring in the legs?
Did you see the altitude? Did you see the height? Luger rolls in.
One, two.
He got him.
He got him. He got him. The world tag team champion prevail.
Some of the greatest tag work, some of the greatest teamwork I've ever seen, but it just don't figure to me. It just does not figure.
Hey, wait a minute. Hold on. Hey, Flair, guess what? I just got the word. Savage is here. He is here. He's outside the building.
He better not be here.
We're going to hear from the Macho Man, Randy Savage. He is trying to chew his way into this building.
We need some protection up here right now. We need security. There's the Barbarian coming off that top rope, but no Sting. He lands there. Sting nails the Barbarian again, and again he nails him. Luger on the apron pushes him, pulls the leg at Sting. Watch this elevation. Look at that. There's your winner, the Stinger.
Hey, Ric Flair, you're getting a little nervous. You got a good reason.
I'm not nervous. I've already checked with security. He can't get in here.
There's your winner, Lex Luger. They both win.
He's supposed to be in the city limits.
He is outside. We've got a commotion. Take it away, Mean Gene Okerlund.
Oh, no.
All right, I thank you very much, Eric Bischoff. Yes, there is some commotion back here as the Macho Man Randy Savage is being prevented from entering the building here tonight on WCW Monday Nitro. And Randy Savage, for the record, hey, Randy Savage, settle down. That's just the problem that we have been experiencing. WCW officials right now.
If I want to go in there, I can get in.
Let me point out,
right?
please, let me tell you what I have just heard on the telephone. As we stand here, speaking right now, you're not going to get in this building, but WCW officials are meeting on your future. They're meeting on your fate. Forget the fines to Magic Johnson, Albert Bell, to Dennis Rodman. They pale by comparison of what you had to take out of your hip pocket. And as far as I'm concerned right now, I'm not so certain you're going to be allowed to wrestle anymore in World Championship Wrestling.
Well, I say that I am going to. What do you mean? There's a meeting about me?
There's a high-level meeting going on right now.
Oh,
Nick
yeah.
Lambros, Nick Bockwinkel, other members of the championship.
Lots of suit and ties, am I right?
Absolutely.
Okay, let me tell you to give them a message. I want you to be the messenger right now. You tell them to be real careful about what they do with my future. You understand that?
Randy,
No, you listen to me. You tell them to be real careful. Make the right decision, because they need to make the right decision. You understand about the right decision? Decision needs to be made.
Randy.
Like I could go in that door right now and take Flair apart. Oh, yeah.
You're not going to get through these men, and
How
they've
do
got
you
them
know?
all.
Is that a challenge?
Well,
Are
I'm
you
not-
setting me up?
No, I didn't say that.
If there's a decision being made right now about my future, and I try to go through that door right now, you're setting me up.
Wait a minute, they're
No,
not going to
you're
allow.
setting me
No,
up.
I'm not setting you up. You know, Ric Flair has
yeah,
done this
you
to you.
are.
He's a little
He has
paranoid,
taunted you.
Flair.
He's taunted you with Elizabeth and with everything
Are you
else.
talking to
I'm
me?
sorry.
I got one more
You're not,
thing to say.
What? Oh no! Wait a minute, Savage trying to get in. That's not going to happen tonight. Let's get back to you, Eric.
All right, Mean Gene Okerlund, and this guy, Ric Flair, has lost his mind thanks to you. We've got a match coming up. Diamond Dallas Page takes on Brad Armstrong. Ring and all.
Give me
Some
another
guys
cracker.
just can't.
special 90-minute edition with the Nature Boy, Ric Flair, Bobby Heenan. I'm Eric Bischoff, and as we just heard before the break, the Macho Man, Randy Savage, his career here in WCW, evidently in jeopardy. A meeting going on as we speak.
Well, he's not making any friends trying to push over 6 or 7 of this town's finest. He should be at the meeting, pleading his case, being a gentleman. Not what he's doing.
Ha! Macho, if you have an opportunity to watch the replay tonight, take a look at who is standing right behind me. The former Mrs. Macho Man, now with the Nature Boy. And brother, is Diamond Dallas riding high or what, huh?
He is riding high.
He was in the bar last night with a fistful of $100 bills, bought everybody, the Nature Boy, everybody drinks all night long. Had the big ring on his hand. Woo! He was styling and profiling.
He was styling and profiling indeed. This guy came out of nowhere from virtual obscurity, from the gutter, if you will.
Washing windshields for tips.
The guy found a benefactor to buy him out of all of his problems. He sneaks into Slamboree, technically speaking, ends up winning the right to face the World Heavyweight Champion in June. And I'll tell you what, who expected that?
Liz, you're not the benefactor, are you?
Ha!
No, she says, no, I'm not.
And you see the ring.
She's got enough of Savage's money to be the benefactor.
Hey, stop! Stop right now, Flair.
Man.
Flair,
have you ever seen Liz's penthouse in Fort Lauderdale?
Let's look at the match.
It covers an entire city block. She's got 2 Porsches, a Lincoln limousine. I mean, the whole 9 yards.
Rick, consider this. Kevin Green just signed a huge contract, right?
Yes, he did.
You know how much money Mrs. Green's going to have? And it's Green!
Oh, brother.
Diamond Dallas Page last night wins the right to face the world champion in June, and I'll tell you what, it's not without its fair share of controversy. The encore presentation of Slamboree 96 can be seen tomorrow night only on pay-per-view. Contact your local cable company. You decide for yourself if you think he deserves it. A lot of people not so sure he does. Brad Armstrong in there right now. Brad Armstrong, by the way, had a tremendous match with Dean Malenko, the new Cruiserweight champion. Malenko retains the title, and I'll tell you what, this Cruiserweight division attracting top talent from around the world. Brad Armstrong, just one of them.
You know, it was a busy weekend for Malenko. He defeated Otani just to get the Slamboree. I'll tell you, and Dallas, being on the shelf for the last 6 months, being out in the cold on the street, has this man come back? Does he ever impress me?
And Diamond Dallas Page in there with a cover. Diamond Dallas Page, again, one of those athletes, you either like him or you don't. Most people don't, but he's looking good. Backbridge there by Brad Armstrong. And hey, this programming note, thanks to you viewers for making WCW Nitro such an unprecedented success. And thanks to all the people over at TNT, beginning next week, each and every week, WCW Nitro, 2 hours long. We're kicking off prime time at 8 p.m. Eastern, and we're going to 10 o'clock each and every night, and we will be live. And we want to thank you again for helping us.
Well, we better have a cardiologist here, because you know what happens in 1 hour. What do you think is going to happen here in 2 hours on Nitro?
All right, I understand. We've got to take a quick break.
As Arn would say, if they're going to run me out here for 2 hours every night, they better put another 0 on my contract.
We'll be back.
I don't mind coming
No
for 2
time
hours,
flat.
but I need another 0.
Give me another drink.
And we are back. We are back live with the 13-time World Heavyweight Champion, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair, Bobby Heenan. I'm Eric Bischoff, and of course, we have Miss Elizabeth and Woman joining us.
Mr. Bischoff, I'm starting to like this. What kind of job?
I'm starting to like it too, as a matter of fact.
Huh?
Anyway,
take you home on the plane with us tonight.
I don't think so. Diamond Dallas Page in here with Brad Armstrong. Diamond Dallas Page, as I mentioned earlier, won the right to face the World Heavyweight Champion in June, the Great American Bash, June 16th. It's Father's Day, and it's on pay-per-view. And I'll tell you what, though, as I mentioned, that match last night with Page, not without its fair share of controversy. A lot of people talking about it. I understand there's even been some meetings about it with the WCW Executive Committee. They are busy here tonight.
Well, I hear
the Savage situation and now Diamond Dallas Page.
Well, I hear they sent somebody special down from Atlanta to take a look at the tape and take it back to Atlanta. And, you know, when they start putting their heads together, things can happen.
We'll find out as the weeks progress, but right now it is official. Page won it all. He won the ring, he won the right, and right now he is in there with Brad Armstrong. Irish whip all the way across the ring. Brad Armstrong moves out of the way, and Page ricochets off that ring post. You notice something, Rick? That ring post doesn't move a lot.
Well, it doesn't. I'm going to tell you right now, you get the position he's in right now with a guy like Brad Armstrong, you're fighting for every breath. Brad Armstrong, one of the best wrestlers in our sport today.
Armstrong now taking Diamond Dallas Page into that top turnbuckle. The crowd getting into it here, and he takes him from the top to the middle to the bottom to the floor.
I used to do that to Savage back when he could get in the building to wrestle.
Cover, Brad Armstrong, 1, 2.
You know, he's worse than the humanoids. He can't even get in the building.
Flying cross body block, Brad Armstrong with a cover, and again a 2 count. Diamond Dallas Page in trouble here. Diamond Dallas Page is up, but he is on the receiving end of an Irish whip. Reverse into a spinning elbow. Page, diamond cutter.
That's it.
That is it.
He looks good, real good.
He's on top of his game, and he's got the confidence after winning last night. This guy has never looked better. And of course, goes for the jewelry, including the ring. He high-fives himself. That looks like something you would do, Flair.
I kind of like this style, you know that?
He's got some style. He's got some class.
He's got it going on.
He high-fived himself.
He's got it going on.
He's cool. He's neato. There it is, the Diamond Cutter. Your winner, the man with the ring, Diamond Dallas.
And up next, Double A, soon to be the WCW World Heavyweight Champion. How'd that sound, Eric?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Well,
Let's see if it'll happen.
next,
Maybe you know.
the Enforcer, Double A.
I'll tell you what.
Ooh, don't go away.
Up next is Mean Gene Okerlund. He's going to have some comments from Diamond Dallas Page. I want to hear this.
Excuse me.
Thank you very much, gentlemen, and hopefully, yes, we will get some comments. Very impressive here tonight, and of course, it's Slamboree.
Hey, Snapperhead, zip it. Last night, Diamond Dallas Page, bang, shocked the world. Good God. In the Lethal Lottery contest, the best of the best. Flair, Macho, Luger, Steiners, Road Warriors, Sullivan, Double A, Fire and Ice, Barbarian, Ming, need I go on? But when it was all said and done, there could only be one. Yow! And that was DDP, standing in the middle with the ring, the new Lord of the Rings. And I got one person to thank. Myself. Self high five.
All right.
Shut up, you jerks.
Diamond Dallas.
Which brings me to my next agenda. The G-Man. Wow.
Wait a minute.
The 7-footer. Giant boy, you're mine. You're wearing something that's
give me a
mine.
Hold on just
Come
a
on,
second.
Page.
I want you to listen to what I have to say.
Uh-oh.
Diamond, please, come over here.
What?
I just got off the telephone. With the Championship Committee of WCW. They have informed me they have viewed the videotape footage. I want you to take a look now to our national television audience because, yes, there's the Diamond Cutter. We're taking a look at that. And then Diamond Dallas Page, the Executive Committee, the Championship Committee, noticed that you got the pin with your foot on the floor. Now here's the story. Here's the story, my friend. They cannot take the Lord of the Ring away from you. They will not reverse the decision of the referee. However,
that wasn't up in front. I went over, skipped my foot off right on the apron. That is footage. That is foul footage. That boom.
No, wait a minute. They will not grant you the championship shot at the Giant at the Great American Bash.
Are you kidding me?
Hey, keep your hands off me.
Are you kidding me?
I'll walk out of here if you ever touch me again. They have awarded the shot to Lex Luger, ladies and gentlemen. He will be.
Take care of this.
Wow.
I never want that man to put his hands on me. Get me an officer up here. Lex Luger will get the shot on June the 16th in Baltimore, Maryland. This guy is going bull here. Well, that is not my decision. Again, here I have to play the part. I'm only the messenger. Diamond Dallas Page, very, very upset indeed. Lex Luger, the recipient of a title shot at the Great American Bash.
Wow.
All right, Eric, Bobby Heenan, Ric Flair, you may even have some comments on this one. Please, gentlemen.
that. Big news here. The question now is who will be the World Heavyweight Champion in June?
Let's replay that. Sting's about to put the Scorpion on the Giant. Luger knocks out Sting.
Wow.
Page loses the title.
Hey, stay with us here on TNT. Coming up next at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, the NBA pregame show. Then at 9, we got hoops on TNT. The conference finals, game 2, Utah Jazz at Seattle. And then at 11:30,
Mailman. Go Mailman.
you've got Inside the NBA. So stay right here on TNT. We got wrestling. We got hoops. We got Inside the NBA. We got it all here on
And
TNT.
Rick, I'd like to...
And you've got at your side the lovely Miss Elizabeth, that woman, oh woman. Wouldn't you like her to marry you now? Woo.
No comment. My wife's home watching. Ha. Arn Anderson coming. Wait a minute. What's the Taskmaster doing there?
I told you, tonight there's going to be a title switch. Ha. Tonight, the
What's up
Huntsman
with this?
ride
What is
high
up with
again. The Taskmaster, you think I'd be sitting here if I didn't have things under control? Ha. We're partying already. Double A is going to be the first man to DDT a 7'5" giant.
Now, wait a minute, Rick. I want to ask you specifically about Arn Anderson, the Taskmaster, and Chris Benoit. There's a little bit of a problem with the Four Horsemen. I mean, Kevin Sullivan, he's like a home wrecker. I mean, he's the Miss Elizabeth of the Four Horsemen, if you will.
Wow, that's pretty strong. The Taskmaster looks nothing like
You've been
Miss
out
Elizabeth.
here saying it for weeks. I'm just reiterating it.
No, I'm just telling you the way it is. Tonight, we may have pulled off the coup de grace of all time in the
What
great
is it?
sport of wrestling. Well, watch. Have a glass of champagne. Sit back. Throw your feet up on the table. Let me and the brain do the talking.
I can't drink on the job like some people.
Everything henceforth will be self-explanatory.
The Giant, 450-plus pounds.
He's got that glazed over look, hasn't he?
7'4" tall. The biggest, the baddest of them all. And look at Jimmy Hart. He looks a little nervous.
He should be.
The Giant.
You don't see the enforcer backing up, do you?
Listen.
I'm in the dungeon. The only thing is, this guy has kept his word to me through the Pillman situation, now through the Benoit situation. Last night, Sting took him to the limit. All I want to make sure is that this man gets a fair chance, because after all, you know, right over there's more horsemen. And you know, Jimmy, it's horseman style.
I get it. Oh, yeah, right. Truth and Justice, certainly Kevin Sullivan's middle names. He's just here to make sure that Arn Anderson gets a fair shot. That's
Tonight,
a little
Arn
ironic.
Anderson destroys the Giant. In 1 month, we take over the NFL.
What's the plan?
What are you going to do when I'm playing for the Panthers and you can't get me to make this show on Monday nights? Because I'm sure they'll want me to play once we knock Kevin Green out. I'll be the outside linebacker for the Carolina Panthers. They'll say, here he comes, number 51, the nature boy down the tunnel. Ha! Cheerleader jumping up and down. Liz and woman in the stands on the 50-yard line cheering every time I run down to make a tackle.
Well, you're pretty relaxed in here, given that your closest friend, Arn Anderson, is in there with a man killer, a monster, the biggest man in this sport today, bar none.
Bishop, he may be the biggest man in any sport. And he's the heavyweight champion of the world. But don't ever count out Arn Anderson. He's the enforcer. He's a member.
Thank you, Robert. Thank you.
Well, if I could
Words out of my
finish,
mouth.
A politically correct comment, if I've ever heard one.
Well, you two talk then.
No, go ahead.
No.
Go ahead, Eden.
No.
Come
He's
on.
having a good time. Let him enjoy himself.
Arn Anderson now going after the Giant, just standing there, taking those shots from Double A. Look at that.
Put the brakes on. Smarter than that, aren't you, Arn? But he's behind you. Whoa. Going up.
Look at this. Arn Anderson, a big, powerful man himself, but he's looking up into the chest of the Giant, who has not even cracked a sweat yet.
Oh, he's hurt his back on this one, the lower kidney area.
No comment.
You know, he's gone about 7 or 8 feet up there after that slam.
I've been there.
You're still smiling, Flair. What's up?
I'm smiling because I never, ever take a step backwards when Arn Anderson's in front of me. And right now, he's in front of me on the screen.
Wait a minute.
Things are going to happen our way shortly. Just keep watching.
You looked to me like you were stepping backwards last night when Kevin Green did the interview.
You know what I was doing? I was making sure the girls didn't get bumped over by the cops.
A gentleman, a true gentleman.
You know, these policemen down here in Louisiana, they don't have any respect for a beautiful woman. I had to back them up to keep them from getting knocked over.
Double-A Arn Anderson now in there with the Giant, the WCW World Heavyweight Champion. A tremendous match with Sting. Sting, undoubtedly one of the top contenders for that world title. But Sting had his hands full last night. And he ended up getting choke slammed like so many before him. And look at Jimmy Hart.
Double-A.
All right, Flair, I'll tell you what, things not going Arn Anderson's way here.
Well, let me just make one thing very clear to you. If I wasn't assigned the task of being here tonight to cover my end here at the desk, I'd be out there myself. But I've got responsibilities. Arn understands that.
The Giant's taking his time getting back in that ring. Fee-fi, fo-fum.
And Arn Anderson now doing what he does best. I've said it before many times. I'll say it again.
Come on, Arn. Good work
Arn
on it, brother.
Anderson knows more ways to break more bones than anybody in the sport today. But he is going to be tested here. He has never had to wrestle a man like the Giant.
Watch this. Come on, Arn. I can see it.
Wait a minute, wait a minute. Come on.
The Giant down on one knee, but he is taking everything Arn Anderson has to dish out, and he is up. DDT?
Oh, break out the bubbly.
I don't think so.
Oh, look at that!
And he's got it! He has got the
Look at that!
He's spikes him into the mat, plants him like a tree,
and
covers him. One. Hey, Flair, where are you going? Ric Flair. Ric Flair has just left the broadcast booth, the World Heavyweight Champion.
I am the World Heavyweight Champion, and I always will be.
If they had a plan,
and nobody,
it didn't work tonight. This man, bigger than the Four Horsemen, bigger than the Dungeon of Doom, bigger than Hogan, bigger than Sting, bigger than the Macho Man, bigger than Ric Flair. I'll tell you what, it may be a long time before anybody dethrones this World Heavyweight Champion.
I don't see it happening. I see that man holding the title as long as he wants. There he is, 7'4", over 450 pounds, the heavyweight champion, the Giant.
All right.
Where's Flair?
Flair left. Flair a little disturbed. I really believe that the Four Horsemen had a plan. With the Taskmaster outside of the ring, that is a surprise. I really thought I smelled something a little fishy, but whatever their plan was, it didn't work here tonight.
Well, I'm not sure what their plan was, but the Giant was just overpowering. The way he got to the enforcer, Arn Anderson, picked him up in his hands, got out of the DDT, and stood up with him, then picked him up another 4 or 5 feet and just drilled him. Well, I've got things to do. I'm going to the party.
Wait a minute, you're going to leave me too?
Well, you do what you want.
All right, what I want to do is remind you, you can't take him anywhere. Next week, right here on TNT, a special 2 hours. We're launching it each and every week. We will be 2 hours coming to you live, and we're going to kick it off May 27th, 8 p.m. Eastern to 10 p.m. Would you stop it? Nitro coming your way. As Heenan bails, we gotta go. Stay right here. The NBA, we got Hoop coming at you. So long, and we will see you next week.